All right, hello my people. What's going on? Quick little video. Today is September the 1st. September the 1st, 2022. It would appear as though my Silver Comet Trail trip that I've been talking about doing for 2 years is going to happen in just a few days. As of right now, my son is going to come and fetch me and my bike and my gear on the 5th, which is Labor Day, and carry me to Smyrna and drop me and my bike and my gear off, and I'm going to start the Silver Comet Trail trip. As of right now, I have emailed the campground in Rockmart. Originally wanted to stealth camp, probably still can stealth camp, might. Stealth camp logistically requires a little bit more thinking and figuring out, because I got to charge the bike. If I stay at a campground, it's $15 a night. They've got electricity. The bike charges while I sleep. So I've emailed them asking for a reservation for the night of the 5th and the night of the 7th. There's a campground in Weaver, Alabama at the official end of the trail. It doesn't end in Anniston, it ends in Weaver, just north of Anniston. The city has a park there that you can camp at. You got to fill out a form, get a reservation. I'm attempting to get somebody to print that form out for me now so I can email it back to them. If I can get a reservation in Weaver, Alabama for the 6th, and the campground in Rockmart gives me a spot on the 5th and the 7th, then that's my plan. Just a leisurely ride to Rockmart. It's, a quarter of the route. Next day, go ahead and finish in Weaver. The next day, ride back to Rockmart. Next day, ride back to Smyrna. That's my plan. And then maybe turn around and just do it all again. Either stay at campgrounds the second time, or if I found decent places to stealth camp, I will. Again, stealth camping requires some planning because I can't charge the bikes at night while I'm sleeping in a campground if I'm not in a campground, if I'm just stealth camping off in the woods somewhere. That would require a trip into town the next day and 4 or 5 hours of sitting around at a McDonald's or something trying to charge my bike back up. Logistically, it's a lot easier if you stay somewhere and charge the bike while you're sleeping. That works. Whether it's campgrounds, a warm showers host. I'm dying to try warm showers. There's no warm showers hosts along the trail. I don't know why, but there's not. So the campgrounds will work. And potentially when I get back to Smyrna, I may turn around and do it all again. Transportation getting back, I'm struggling with. Coming back on the 10th or the 11th. My son will do it. He's already planning on doing it. But I don't want to inconvenience him like that. He's already driving me and my bike to Smyrna on the 5th. I don't want him to have him come back and pick me up on the 11th or the 10th. I've got to come back. I've got a stinking appointment at the VA on the 12th. I've got another one on the 14th. Ideally, I would just live off of this bike. And potentially somebody could do that on the Silver Comet Trail. I'm sure people do, and I'm going to run into them next week. Just ride back and forth. Smyrna to Anniston, Alabama, Smyrna to Anniston, Alabama. Potentially it can be done. Stealth camp, stay at campgrounds. I'm sure the majority of people are doing it or not doing it on an e-bike. So they don't have to worry about charging it up. I'm disabled, so I have to ride the e-bike. I've got that extra step of having to charge batteries up. I've got the plan. I've got it routed out. I've got the maps, everything ready to go to jump on the bike right here outside of my RV and ride to Savannah and hook up with the Adventure Cycling Association route from Savannah to Key West. I potentially could do that. Adventure Cycling tells you on their maps where all the hotels, where the campgrounds, everything like that is. There's warm showers hosts. I just need a place to stay that I can charge the bike up while I'm sleeping. But that can be done. I mean, people go to churches all the time and say, "Hey, do you mind if I camp out on your property out behind the church?" And the churches say, "Yeah, no problem." Most of those churches have outdoor outlets for events that they have outside of the church. So potentially I could just stay at churches and charge the bike up on that Key West trip. So I'm planning. I mean, I got nothing to do. Like I always say, I have time in abundance. So my brain, is constantly, okay, well, let's do this. The roads are a little worrisome for me. I do not like cars passing me with 2 inches to spare. No bicyclist does. But Georgia is terrible for bicyclists. The rest of the country, you've got a wide shoulder, you can ride. It's no problem. Georgia does not do that. If there's a shoulder, there's a rumble strip cut in the shoulder, like you can see in some of my earlier videos. There's no safe highways in the state of Georgia if you're a bicyclist. But the route I have planned out from here to Savannah is somewhat safer than most. There's shoulders to ride upon. If there's not, you just get out there and take the lane. But getting out there and taking a lane is pretty scary if there's a lot of truck traffic on that road. You don't want a truck barreling down on you at 55, 65 mile an hour and you're riding in the middle of his lane. He's not going to be very patient with you. It may be legal, it just ain't smart. In Georgia, bicyclists are not respected. So, to start it out, the touring lifestyle, I'm going to do the Silver Comet, potentially over and over and over again. I'll come back, do these appointments on the 12th and the 14th. And maybe just head back out there. Before my son said he could come and get me, I was trying to figure out, can I ride from Smyrna to the Decatur, VA? And yes, I can. It's only 20 miles. Not very safe roads, but it can be done. So I could potentially just head to the VA for my appointment on the 12th, hang out there for a couple of days somehow. I mean, I can't afford hotels every night, especially in Decatur or in downtown Decatur. But I'd figure it out. Maybe there's a warm showers host somewhere there by the Decatur VA. I could do all this on bicycle, but as of right now, my son is going to come and fetch me on the 10th or the 11th, so I can be back here to make those appointments, and then I'll figure it out from there. If I've gone out there and I've rode the whole weekend, I absolutely love it, and figure out some places I could camp other than paid campgrounds and still get the bike charged up, I could potentially just go ride the Silver Comet forever. I'd keep the RV here. You got to have a place for mail. You got to have a permanent address, somewhere with conditioned air, somewhere I could sleep, get a bed every once in a while. But it's getting from Smyrna to Lovejoy. I live too stinking far from the Silver Comet Trail to make that plan work, to do it full time. But I'm going to do it for the week and see how it goes. Try to figure out the logistics of it all. I'll make videos while I'm out there, no doubt. Taking the GoPro. I'm using my phone right now. The phone seems to work a little bit better because the GoPro wants to turn off at 8 minutes and 35 seconds. For some reason, it stops recording. I don't know why. Maybe I need a new firmware download or something. I don't know. So, but I will make videos, even if they're only 8 minutes and 35 seconds long, of this trip, and I'll keep you guys updated. So, stay tuned. Love you. Bye.